Hello everyone and welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to talk about comparison operators. Now comparison operators are basically special symbols in Python that help us compare values. Now these comparisons will always return either true or false, and they're super important when we want to make decisions in our code. So first up we have the equal to operator, which checks if two values are the same, and you can use it when you want to see if two things match exactly. So we could say print 5 double equal sign to 5, and that would be true. However, if we did print 5 double equal sign to 3, then that would be false. Now you could also compare strings. You could say print I double equal sign to I, which is true because of the same string. However, if we did hello, then that would be false. So next up we have the not equal to, which is basically an exclamation point in front of an equal sign right over here. And you can use this operator when you want to see if two values are different, pretty much the exact opposite of the equal to operator. So we could say print 5 not equal to 5, which would be false. And then we could say print 4 not equal to 7, and that would be true because they are different. And you could also do strings. You could say print hi not equal to hi, which would be false because they are the same. However, let's just capitalize h. Then that would become true as well because these are different strings. Now next up we have the greater than operator. And the greater than operator basically tells you if the value on the left is bigger than the one on the right. So we could say print 5 greater than 2. And that would be true because 5 is greater than 2. However, if we did 5 is greater than 5,000, then that would obviously become false. Now next up we have the less than operator. And the less than operator basically tells you if the left-hand side value is less than or equal to the right-hand side. So you could say print 5 less than 7, and that would obviously be true. And you could also do let's say 8 less than 2, and that would be false. Now you can also use strings, however they're less common when using the less than and greater than operator. So basically I could say print I is less than apple, and that returns false. Now why exactly is that? Well, the way comparisons work with strings is that apple is less than h because A appears on the alphabet before h. So A is technically smaller than hi. Another example would be print basketball is less than zoo. And that would be true because B comes in the alphabet before Z. Now next up we have the greater than or equal to operator. And this is true if the left-hand value is either greater than or exactly equal to the right. So let's say print 5, I'm gonna put these in comments. So print 5 greater than or equal to, which is greater than operator, with the equal sign, and we're gonna do 4. And that would obviously be true. Now if we did 5, then this would also be true because 5 is equal to 5. However, if we did 6, then that would become false. And lastly, we have the less than or equal to operator, which basically checks if the left-hand value is smaller than or equal to the right. So we could do print 2 is less than or equal to 5. And that's obviously going to be true. If we did 5, then that would also be true. However, let's do 10. And that would obviously become false. So that's pretty much it for comparison operators. We use the equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and then less than or equal to. Now these are super useful in if statements and loops, which you'll learn about soon. But for now, practice reading and writing comparisons to get a hang of it.